Detroit's pitch for Amazon's second headquarters is really turning into an aggressive real-life game of Monopoly.
The city offered sweeping tax incentives and prime real estate for office space, but that's just the beginning.
Joanne Purton has her hands on the Amazon bid. Joanne, how does it look right now?
It's pretty impressive. I've got it right here. This is it, the big proposal to lure Amazon to set up their second headquarters here in Detroit. This is a 242-page spiral book, as you can see here. It touts our great city. It talks specifically about Detroit's momentum and what we're seeing. It also lays out amazing plans about what the city and state has to offer, retail and residential space. It gets into all of the office space that the company could move into as well, and even touts our culture and the partnership between the city of Detroit and Windsor as well. Now, this was put together by a 65-person committee, and Detroit billionaire Dan Gilbert, of course. Let's break down some of it for you, specifically the tax numbers here. As part of this deal, the state of Michigan has offered to let Amazon avoid paying any real estate and personal property taxes for 30 years, 3 decades. And Amazon also wouldn't have to pay Detroit's 2% corporate income tax during that time. Now, Amazon could keep its employees' state income tax for the next 10 years. Amazon employees, however, would still have to pay Detroit's personal income tax. Now, the exact total of all the tax savings is redacted from the document, so nobody knows exactly how much the state and the city is really throwing at Amazon, but clearly it is a whole lot of money. A couple of other interesting points to pass along to you now. The new Detroit River Ferry service would start between Amazon's Detroit and Windsor offices, because this is a partnership between the two cities. Let's also talk about the Q line. That would be extended under this plan to lure Amazon here. Instead of ending at the New Center area, it would actually continue up to 8 Mile. Obviously, mass transit is an important factor to this deal. And also, I mentioned office space a bit. To meet the need for office space, we're talking potentially 50,000 employees. Quicken Loans says that they're willing to leave their offices in the Chase Tower and its headquarters across the street in the former CompuWare building. It also proposes office space in the former Hudson site. We've heard about the redevelopment plans that are starting next year. Possible space as well at the old Northland Mall. So there is a lot that Detroit and the city and the state has thrown at Amazon here. Michigan, by the way, our state would also launch a $120 million initiative to meet the growing needs of qualified tech talent in our area. About 10 different programs the state would offer. And also Windsor, by the way, has offered a $106 million incentive package as well, which includes a cheap deal on office space. But the head of this says, move here, move the world. It's a pretty impressive proposal, obviously costing the state a bit, but they believe that with this, if they ultimately decided to move here, it'd be well worth it to give up all those tax incentives. Back to you guys.